Welcome to the August 4th, 2025 meeting of the Parks and Rec Commission. I'd like to have the secretary call the roll, please.
Nick Alexander.
Here.
Olive Bailey is absent. Jason Blessinger.
Here.
Renee Borowiak.
Here.
Kevin Hernandez.
Here.
Sandra Pollock-Cushing.
Here.
Regina Suchek.
Here.
And Jeff Short.
Here. Okay. Thank you. Next, we have the Pledge of Allegiance. I'd like to ask Commissioner Pollock-Cushing to lead us in the pledge.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The next item on the agenda is public comments, and at this time, I'd like to have our secretary read the procedures for public comments.
Citizens addressing the commission during public comment are asked to approach the podium and are limited to 3 minutes unless extended by the chair. It must be regarding items that are not listed on the agenda and are within the city's jurisdiction. The Brown Act does not permit any action or discussion on items not listed on the agenda. No action will be taken on items addressed under public comment.
Okay, the next item is public comments. Are there any public comments out in the audience? Step forward and please give your name and address for the record.
Good evening, good afternoon. My name is Tony Lopez. I am representing Pride Industries. Address is 10030 Foothills Boulevard, Roseville, California, 95747.
Thank you.
So again, good evening, Chair Alexander and Board of Commissioners. I am here today to advocate for a park naming submission for Mr. Michael Ziegler. For those that did not have the pleasure of meeting Mr. Ziegler, he was a local business icon and entrepreneur and was the president and CEO of Pride Industries for close to 37 years. Pride Industries' mission is to create employment for people with disabilities, and that's what Mike was all about. So while we are a national organization, we were founded in the basement of a church in Placer County in Auburn, right up the road, but we really took roots here in Roseville early in about the mid-'80s. In 2000, we built the headquarters that we still reside in today. It's a 176,000 square foot facility. Mike was instrumental in finding employment wherever he could. He loved Roseville. He was all about growing the ability for the mission and finding people jobs. Today, we are about 4,000 nationally from an employee headcount and locally around 1,152. Also today, we are ranked 13th in the Placer County as far as employees, and Mike was instrumental in making that happen. So having a mission that we do and being so big on finding employment for people with disabilities and his connections with a lot of the organizations here in Roseville, whether it be the Chamber or other associations, Mike was all about giving back. If you did not meet Mike, he was probably one of the most dynamic individuals you would have ever met. I spent close to 20 years working side by side with him. I learned so much. A lot of who I am as a leader is because of him. So in addition to job creation for probably one of the largest disenfranchised populations that we have, he was all about leadership development as well. And so we do have very, very strong roots here. He gave back where he could within the community. And again, I'm here today to advocate and ask for you guys to consider him. So thank you for your time and consideration, and I hope that we're able to see a park named after Mr. Ziegler very soon. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Lopez. Is there any other public comments?
My name is Judd Riggs. I am a resident of Sacramento. My home address is 1885 Claremont Road in Carmichael, 95608. I too am here to advocate on behalf of naming a park after Mike Ziegler. I am presently the vice chair of the board of Pride Industries. My other job was I was the CEO of Tykert for many, many years. I met Mike probably 35 years ago, and when the Tykert Foundation was making a grant to Pride Industries. Came up, delivered that grant, met him, was captivated by Pride, within a couple of years joined the board. The history of Pride is that when Ziegler came to work here, it was in 1983, Pride was, as Tony mentioned, Pride was a wood shop next to the Roseville High School on Berry Street. It did about $150,000 of business. It was making construction stakes, and it employed a handful of people. When Mike sadly passed away 36 years later, Pride was the largest employer of people with disabilities in America, with a nationwide footprint, active in over a dozen states, with a revenue approaching $500 million. Still growing today, an amazing legacy, I think a proud jewel of this region, and really a jewel, a special jewel as far as Roseville is concerned. So my heart is all in on Pride, and this was just a nice opportunity to step up and kind of advocate on behalf of Mike, on behalf of the organization. So I think, as a resident of Carmichael, that the city of Roseville ought to be delighted to name a park after Michael Ziegler, and hopefully you guys will see it the same way. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Riggs. Mr. Lopez and Mr. Riggs, what we'll certainly do is pass along your comments to the Park Naming Committee. I would encourage you to stick around for a few minutes, because the next item on our agenda is an overview of how parks are named. So I think it'll be informative for you. Are there any more public comments? Hearing none, we'll close public comments and go to item 5.1, and that is the approval of minutes. Commissioners had a chance to look at the minutes. Do I have a motion?
Motion to approve the minutes.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That passes unanimously. Okay, the next item on the agenda is 5.2, and that's the park naming process. And our park development staff member, Tara G., will give us a presentation.
Good evening, I'm Tara G., and I'm the Park Planning and Development Manager, and I'm here tonight to answer the question, how do we name parks? I've given you all a handout that includes the policy, and will now review it with you. Names are sought annually during the month of July for parks that are anticipated to start construction within the same fiscal year. Once the suggestion period closes, which is the entire month of July, the Park Naming Subcommittee reviews all names plus the active list or the list from the year before. The naming subcommittee consists of Jill, our director, myself, a park development project manager who serves a 2-year term, a manager from our parks division, a manager or superintendent also serves a 2-year term, a staff member chosen at large, another 2-year term, and a staff member from our development services department, also a 2-year term. The idea of the 2-year terms is we alternate and rotate, so there's every 2 years we'll get new blood into the naming subcommittee. The names on what I call the active list are name suggestions that were submitted the year prior, which were not selected in that prior year, and also includes names submitted in the current year, in this case 2025. The name suggestions cannot be submitted more than 3 consecutive years. The subcommittee maintains the right to select a name not included on the list due to special circumstances, such as historical significance, the passing of an active contributor to the community, or other considerations. The act of naming is significant and meaningful. A name can invoke powerful emotions, create images, and help to recall history. The naming of a park or facility is intended to be permanent and therefore should be approached in a thoughtful manner. The name of a park or facility may take into consideration the past, present, and future. It also would consider future history of the land, its uses, and our relationship to it. The following criteria and factors are considered when naming a park or facility. Recognition of a prominent geographical location, something like street names, subdivision names, or adjacent schools. Recognition of significant natural or geographical feature in the area. Recognition of outstanding features of the park or facility. and recognition of historical or cultural significance within the area. Also, recognition of significant individuals within the community who meet one or more of the following criteria. They've contributed a significant amount of land or funding for the park or facility, typically about 50% or more of the development costs. A person who has made significant volunteer contributions to the Roseville community and its residents' quality of life. This person could be living or deceased, or a person who has died in the line of duty as part of city service. Other considerations include renaming of an existing park or facility I'll take a pause. Renaming of an existing park or facility due to costs, potential loss of neighborhood identity, and other considerations. We try to discourage renaming of parks. The City Council does reserve the right to add a name to the name of an existing park, not named after a person or family due to special circumstances. So we have done that one or two times. For example, Jack Wallace Park at Cresthaven Park. Cresthaven has been known as Cresthaven Park for many, many, many years. So the addition of a namesake to a park that's not named already after a person or family is a consideration that the City Council could take. In such cases, the original park name is not replaced, as in this example. Regarding park names that include business names, these fall under the sponsorship policy and naming rights. Simply put, the process for this is separate, and are separate from what I just described earlier, and will include monetary donations for a specified term. As a reminder, this is an information item only and no action is being sought tonight. We will return, since the 2025 name suggestion period closed a couple of days ago, we will come back to the commission with some recommendations from the Park Naming Committee, Subcommittee, around October or November. And once you've been able to review that and make your recommendations, we will then forward it to the City Council, which will probably be, depending on the number of council meetings, either December or January. So this concludes my presentation. I stand ready to answer any questions you may have.
Thank you, Tara. Commissioners have any questions of staff?
Yeah, I have a question. How many names do you usually have each year? Like from the previous year, like leftover that you said?
It depends on the year, but, we have quite an extensive list this year. I didn't count it, but we're probably close to 20 to 25 left from 24. And then we received almost an equal amount this year for the 25 period.
Any other commissioner questions? Okay, at this time, I'd like to open it up to the public. If there's anybody in the public that would like to address this item with regard to the park naming process? Hearing none, we'll close the public comment, and as Tara mentioned, there's no action on this item, so we will move on to the next item on the agenda, and that is 5.3 community events.
All right. Good evening, Commissioners. My name is Kathleen Beatty, and I am the Recreation Coordinator in charge of many of the events that we're going to talk about tonight.
And I'm Will Neville, the Recreation Supervisor that oversees the events team. Thank you for having us. You might have noticed that we have been here a couple months back to go over our spring and summer events, so we're back here tonight to talk to you about our fall lineup of events. First, though, I'd like to give you some backgrounds on how our events have been growing the past few years. So as you can see, we currently offer over 60 annual City of Roseville events, including our Wind Down Wednesday, Friday Flicks, the July 4th celebration, Family Fest, Turkey Trot, Downtown Holiday Celebration, Neighborhood Santa, and so on. We continue to see great attendance at each of the events, with our overall attendance rising in the past few years. For example, 3 years ago, our event attendance was reaching just under 54,000 attendees, and as of last year, we've now reached over 64,000 attendees, and we expect our numbers this year to exceed even that. We credit the success to our continued efforts to maximize our current lineup of events, such as Family Fall Fest, or to innovate with new and exceptional experiences, such as Scarecrows on the Square.
All right, so what do these experiences look like? First, let's talk about Scarecrows on the Square. Inspired by the success of our beloved Tree Grove, this new event invites local businesses and community members to showcase their creativity with custom scarecrows. Scarecrows will be on display at Vernon Street Town Square from September 19th through the 26th. During Fall Family Fest, guests can vote on their favorites in fun categories like Most Creative, Best Overall, and Crowd Favorite. And at Fall Family Fest, there's something for everyone. Kids can explore exciting hands-on activities, climb into massive trucks in the big truck zone, and enjoy live stage performances. With 50-plus vendors, delicious food trucks, picnic games, and endless fun, this autumn celebration is a perfect way to make festive memories together.
We are also excited to showcase this fall's Friday Flicks Trunk or Treat. We're combining two of the community's favorite fall traditions, trunk or treat and movie night, into one unforgettable experience. Last year, we packed the parking lot with over 30 decorated trunks and welcomed more than 1,200 attendees. This year, we're taking things to the next level with some thrilling new additions. A spooky story walk presented by the amazing team at the Roseville Library, special appearances from spooky work trucks courtesy of Environmental Utilities, and a rumored visit from none other than the Ghostbusters. After gathering goodies from the trunk or treat, families can head inside the Mahaney Fitness Center gym for a special screening of Casper the Friendly Ghost. With even more activities, surprises, and treats, this event is sure to be a crowd favorite.
Following that, we have Honoring Veterans. Join us at the Roseville Civic Center from November 3rd to the 7th as we honor the brave men and women who have served our country. The special event will feature a wall of honor, giving community a space to recognize and celebrate local veterans. Visitors are encouraged to bring donations in support of the Blue Star Moms, an organization that supports active service members, veterans, and their families. There will also be a dedicated area where our youngest community members can create thank you cards or drawings to show their appreciation. It's a simple but yet powerful way to give back to those who have given so much.
And leading into the holiday season, the Maidu Community Center and Maidu Museum and Historic Site are both hosting craft fairs on November 8th from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. These events mark the start of the holiday shopping season with 120 local vendors and artisans offering handmade items, gifts, and seasonal decor. It's a great way to support small businesses and bring people together during the holiday season.
The fun won't end there, though. Once fall is through, we jump right into our holiday season events, including Turkey Trot, the Downtown Holiday Celebration, and more. This year, we plan to introduce another new experience with Light Up the Night. Stay tuned for more details about that one coming up soon.
And finally, we're always looking for partners to help support our wonderful array of events. With over 64,000 attendees, sponsoring a community event is a great way to connect with our community. Information on our sponsorship opportunities can be found on our website at www.roseville.ca.us/events.
Thank you once again for having us. All the events and opportunities I have mentioned today can be found on our website on the screen, and we're happy to answer any questions you may have.
Thank you. The commissioners have any questions of staff on community events? All right, hearing none, I'd like to open it to the public if there's any comments on community events. Hearing none, I'll close public comment, and being this was not an action item, that we thank you for the presentation, and we'll move on to the next agenda item, and that is the Parks Operations Overview.
Good evening. My name is Brian Castelluccio, and I'm your Parks Manager. Tonight I will provide an overview of the Parks section discussing the following: what we manage and maintain, budget, our operational structure, the resources and programs utilized to maintain our standards of care, asset management, and some of the challenges we face. We currently manage and maintain 90 parks, 12 facilities, including 3 aquatic facilities and 21 adventure club sites. We also, as part of a joint use agreement with our 3 school districts, Roseville, Tri Creek, and Eureka School District, we maintain joint use, multi-use turf areas where parks are adjacent to schools, so we're doing maintenance on school sites. The 90 parks consist of 2 regional parks, 30 community parks, and 58 neighborhood parks. Community parks have restrooms, sports fields, and other amenities that draw residents from outside the local neighborhood and have higher usage compared to like the neighborhood park where it's mainly used by the local neighbors. 56 of those parks are general fund supported and 34 are community facility district funded. Here you see a map of the city showing all of our parks. The city has grown tremendously in the 25 years I've worked with the city and covers a large geographical area. Just to share a little anecdote, when I started, the city had roughly around 31 parks. In 2011, we nearly doubled that. And now, this year, we're nearly tripling the number of parks. So it's become a big undertaking to maintain the system. So this is our current fiscal year budget for FY26 is $13.3 million. That's made up of 47% of salaries, 43% operational expenses, and 10% internal service charges. Internal service charges are just where other departments are doing work for our department, and so we're covering their cost. Our goal is always to utilize the funding provided efficiently, effectively, on an ongoing basis. Currently, we are structured in 3 regions to maintain the city. We have our east, central, and west. A supervisor is assigned to oversee each operational area and the staff assigned to it. Supervisors also manage specific maintenance programs, which I will touch on later in the presentation. This model is, was set up to help reduce travel time, provide a sense of ownership in the staff. It's designed for efficiency and effectiveness, improves customer service response, provides a manageable span of control of staff, work, and activities and assets for each supervisor, and creates clear lines of communication and fosters teamwork. So we have several structured maintenance programs that ensure we maintain our standards. One program is our agronomic program, which is focused on our turf and sports field turf. So it's all the mowing, aerification, the thatching, top dressing, seeding. So that program is focused on really maintenance of all our turf in town. Our irrigation program really maintains all our hardware and technology of our system. They perform inspections, set and adjust irrigation schedules, make repairs, and ensure watering of plants and turf. They complete renovations and modifications of irrigation systems and assist our contractors with irrigation controller issues. Our park opening program is really, to me, one of the most important. It's really the daily opening of a park. It's doing that daily inspection for safety, ensure the park is functional and clean, performing custodial duties, and reporting any, issues or concerns they find. They also do periodic maintenance, such as pressure washing, painting, graffiti removal, things like that. That's 7 days a week, all year round. So every day, every park is, touched. Our regional park program is, these teams at our regional parks handle all the maintenance on those sites and receive additional support from the other program teams. So for them, they're handling all the tasks I'm going to talk about in all these programs right on site. This is a comprehensive approach, is essential due to the park's large size, the diverse amenities, and the wide range of activities and events that are hosted on those sites. So we have our landscape program, which is really focused on weed control, pruning, planting, and mulch of landscape areas within our parks. Our infrastructure program, which is really meant to inspect and maintain all the physical assets, all the amenities, benches, restrooms, lights, all those physical assets. They complete their formal playground inspections and facilitate a lot of contract maintenance for us. Our aquatics program manages and maintains our aquatic facilities, supports recreation programming and outside user groups. They provide the daily and periodic maintenance activities to ensure public safety and protect city assets at our aquatics facilities. Our event program is really about supporting recreation and libraries, as well as our external users for events and programs that are put on. So we provide setup and takedown, maintenance during events. We build props, we built floats for the Christmas parade. You may have seen some of them. We have a plane, a train. Those were actually constructed by our staff. So our maintenance programs create consistency, ensure we meet standards and resident expectations, and provide clear direction for staff. So that's really what drives everything, is our maintenance programs. So who gets it done? So we currently have 46 staff, 20 full-time staff, 29 seasonal staff. We use a litany of contractors and volunteers to help get all of our work done. This helps us meet our goals and objectives, and accomplish all those routine and periodic programs, as well as perform, unplanned work, vandalism, graffiti, repairs, and a lot of customer service. They also, helps us get all our projects and rehabs and really maintain all our assets. So maintaining appropriate staffing levels is essential to uphold the high standards of maintenance, safety, and services across our park system. As you can see here, over the last 5 years, we've been lucky to have a lot of new staff been provided to us to help support our growing system. The city has consistently invested in new positions and provided the resources needed to support the demands of our growing park network, both now and into the future. This investment enables park operations to effectively maintain our assets, meet quality and safety benchmarks, deliver exceptional customer service, expand programs to align with community expectations, and contribute to the overall well-being of our residents. Outside of maintaining our park system, we also provide ongoing support for other divisions in PRL, other city departments, and external partners. We work with park development frequently, help review plans, review construction standards and specifications. We coordinate and facilitate rehab projects and contract oversight, including installation of new playgrounds and concrete repairs and things of that nature. We assist rec and the library programs teams with special events. Like I said, we build props, floats, and really just any needs they have, we are always there to support them to ensure all the programs run smoothly, safely, and our residents have a great time. And again, really what's great about working with the city is all the departments work together. So we assist PD with issues, vandalism and graffiti. We work with Public Works, code enforcement. We work with fire for vegetation management. So our staff, outside of maintaining that really large system, really assist the city across the board to ensure not just the parks, but our whole city is maintained well. And then we also support all our external partners, which is all our youth sports groups, the schools. We help coordinate our maintenance activities around the schedules and around activities. We try to understand partner expectations during their activities to make sure things are set up well for them and safe. And we just want to do our best to meet their needs and manage, all their activities for success. So effective asset management and long-range planning are vital to the sustainability and success of our park system. We conduct annual condition assessments of all our park assets, and this helps us inform our five-year rehabilitation plan. This long-range plan enables us to anticipate future needs and challenges, ensuring that resources are allocated efficiently and strategically. Over the past couple of years, we have developed and secured funding for and began implementing a number of asset replacement programs, such as our irrigation controllers. We had a lot of older controllers, outdated, so we've been able to start replacing those over a 5-year plan. Adding mulch into parks. A lot of our parks were desperate for mulch, and now we have a 4-year program. So every 4 years, all parks will get remulched. We started last year, the first round, and completed that already. We've been working on concrete pathway repairs, for trip hazards and the cracked sidewalks, and put that on a program. Sports courts, basketball courts, getting those replaced, and our aquatics facilities, our pump room. All the equipment over the last 5 years, we've done a great job. Those facilities are really up to standard, have some of the newest technology. So that's been a great effort, and we'll continue with that. So just to talk about some operational changes, this year we are implementing several significant operational changes to enhance services and efficiency. Effective on January 1st of this year, the ongoing turf and landscape maintenance of 22 community parks we transitioned it from contract services to internal staff. This shift includes full responsibility for all agronomic, landscape care, and irrigation, which was previously, we were using a contractor to do that work. By bringing these services in-house, we're able to deliver a more consistent level of maintenance citywide, foster a stronger sense of ownership amongst our staff, and respond more quickly to customer service requests from residents and user groups. Excuse me. This strategic change also reflects our commitment to balancing internal resources with contract services, ensuring we maintain high standards of care across our entire park system. Another significant change will be the opening of the soccer complex very soon. We're all very excited for this premier facility to open later this year. And lastly, we will be moving our structural model from 3 regions to 4 regions. We'll be moving this, so we're doing this to evenly distribute the regional, community, and neighborhood parks across the regions, to prepare for future growth. This will keep us in line with our existing model to help reduce travel time, provide that sense of ownership, improve customer service response, maintain efficiency and effectiveness, provide those manageable span of controls for our supervisor, and foster communication. This model also better positions us again for additional parks and for the facilities as they're constructed out in the West Plan. So this kind of sets us up for that, build out scenario, at least as the city's planned today. So instead of having to change every couple years with growth, we've, trying to implement a system we can grow into and build on. It's better for staff. It's probably better for the community as well. So challenges. I want to touch on a few challenges that the park section is and will continue to face in the coming years. One being growth. Growth creates challenges for resources, span of control, remaining consistent, and ensuring timely customer service response. Long-range planning, maintenance programs, and being adaptable help us prepare for that growth. A lot of what I talked about is really things we're putting in preparation to ensure we can handle the growth and be prepared to maintain our high service level. In the last 5 years, not only have we received a lot of new positions, but we've also experienced staff turnover through retirements and people leaving for other job opportunities. This has caused a knowledge and experience drain within our park section. Almost 70% of our field staff have worked for the city for just 3 years or less, and many are just, don't have as much experience as some of the staff we had 10 years ago. Most of the people had been here 15 plus years. So to tackle this challenge, we've been working to improve our comprehensive training program and a method of really tracking the progress of our staff to ensure we can bring people up to speed and get them the experience they need so we can, again, continue to maintain our high level of service. Another challenge is external impacts, which are, things like changes in laws and regulations, market price increases, and scarcity of supplies and materials. This can impact our ability to meet expectations, slow processes down, and increase costs. A current water conservation law, AB 1572, will begin requiring the removal of non-functional turf in the future. So these type of impacts can require additional labor, funding, and resources to meet them, and additional strain on the budget. And last, the use of contract maintenance, although it can be helpful, can also present some challenges. It requires a lot of oversight, admin support to ensure contractors are meeting standards. You only get what you pay for, so if you have additional work, comes at additional cost. Unlike our staff, we can pivot them and move them to the highest, greatest need, so there comes a cost there. If they're not meeting standards and the decision is made to no longer use their services, we may not have the resources or expertise to fill in right after them or complete work with in-house staff, so that kind of puts us at a disadvantage. So as I spoke about earlier, bringing 22 parks in was trying to balance the use of contract services in-house staff so we don't get top-heavy in either direction, really. So it's really trying to find that sweet spot. Knowing these challenges allows us to plan and develop strategies to overcome them, though. So we are, as I talked about these are things we're thinking about internally and preparing for of how we're going to strategically handle them as they come. So our commitment to quality and high standards is at the core of everything we do in park operations. We take pride in providing safe, clean, and well-maintained parks that enhance the quality of life for the community. Through proactive planning, consistent maintenance practices, routine inspections, asset assessment, being innovative, and providing excellent customer service, we ensure that every park and facility meets or exceeds established safety standards, aesthetics, and operational standards. This dedication not only preserves the long-term value of our assets, but also fosters public trust, supports community well-being, and delivers exceptional experiences for all park users. That concludes my presentation. I'm open
Thank you,
for any
Brian.
questions.
Commissioners, do you have any questions?
I have one. So you mentioned the Placer Valley Soccer Complex, I think that's the name, right, as being a unique challenge, and that was kind of going to be one of my questions, actually, is, you know, I know it's not the only artificial turf in the park system in the city, but certainly it's a lot. So is it going to require, you know, specialized staff or equipment or anything? I mean, what are some of those challenges, you know, that for all the opportunities it brings, you know, what are some of those challenges it might bring as well?
Of the two, we have the all-weather field there at Mahaney, and we also have the indoor arena, so we are somewhat familiar. Obviously, it's 10 fields. So we've been doing our research for a while, since knowing this might be coming, you know, talking to other jurisdictions, talking to other facilities already to gain that knowledge of how to properly maintain, you know, put in maintenance schedules, work with the installers, and get training from them on how to ensure we maintain these and get the lifespan we want out of them. So I think we're prepared and we're excited to take it on.
Thank you.
Any other comments?
Actually, on that topic, will you guys have a dedicated staff like you do for your regional parks?
Yes.
Yeah, just unique to that park.
Yeah. There'll be like a core group that's there all the time, and then other staff will come in as needed. But yeah, we want a core group there, especially in the beginning, to ensure as we implement, that their people are there to see it day in and day out, to see the change, to see the impact of the use. So we're, you know, again, it helps us adjust and, you know, for the usage, whether it's on the field side, but even just maintaining the facility itself, the custodial, the restrooms, the walkways, keeping the place looking nice. And we have the new Project Play Park out there, which is the biggest one in town adjacent. So yeah, it's an exciting challenge that we're ready for, and we're looking forward to it. It's going to be fun.
Any more questions?
I do have one follow-up comment, if I might, because Brian talked a little bit about the additional staff that we've gotten over the last 5 years. We feel very fortunate to have gotten additional park staff, but we also know that the city doesn't have a limitless bucket of money. So I wanted to clarify that the way we've gotten a lot of those staff is just through efficiencies. We've taken a lot, we used to have a lot more part-time staff than we have now, and when we would hire part-time staff, they might come, they might stay 3 or 4 months, and then they'd leave, and then we have to hire again. And I mean, it was really a vicious circle of going through interviews, hiring, training, and then starting all over again. So we took a lot of those part-time dollars and dedicated those towards additional full-time staff, which has been very good for us. And then, as Brian mentioned, with the 22 parks, we have cut back on some of our contract work to enable us to hire more staff. So we've used both contract dollars and part-time dollars that were already in our budget to be able to build our full-time staff.
I have a couple of questions. The 1,000 acres of park, does that include open space?
No,
How much,
that's just park land.
that's impressive.
Yeah, that's what
So if you could come up with a number for parks and open space, I think that'll be even a more impressive number.
I think it's over 5,000
Yeah.
acres. Yeah.
I mean, there's not too many places in the region that can boast that. One other question, you know, if you live on the east side of I-80, you know, our aquatics program is kind of slim, okay? And this predates Jill. My kids took swimming lessons at Oakmont Pool, and when we had a joint use agreement with them. Is there a possibility, you know, we can resurrect that joint use agreement? Because I do hear some comments from people that, you know, say, hey, I got to drive all the way to the Shelletua Pool or Mahaney Pool for lessons. And that was before the Johnson Pool reopened. But I would encourage us to look at perhaps, again, we could save some money. We'd have to build a whole new pool. But if we could resurrect that joint use agreement with Oakmont High School, and then we would have an ability to serve our residents on the east side of I-80. Okay?
We'll investigate that, yes.
All right, and any other questions? Okay, at this time, I'd like to open this to public comment. Is there anybody in the public that would like to address this item? Please state your name and address for the
Not
record.
this particular item, but,
This is for Parks Operations.
hi, you need my name and address and everything?
Please.
Mary Grattan Perez, 6305 Shimmer Falls Drive, Roseville, California.
Can always open it up again.
The reason I'm here is I live in Monument. It's part of JMC Homes. It's off of Fitiment and Vista Grande. And I've lived there 4 years, and when we bought there, they said there would be a park there within the year. That's never happened. I read the website, and it said when 75% of the homes have been completed, we're going to come in and build the park. Those homes have been there 10 years. I've been there 4. Nothing's happened. We've had a fire. We've had the same homeless guy twice. We had to have the police come out. And I don't know what's going on. I mean, I'll be dead before there's a park. You know, it was 2 years ago in October, they did something online where they talked about, and the only specific neighbors get it. Only specific neighbors get it. And what you want in this, we want grass, we want a play structure, we don't need a half court, we don't need anything. But it's just been going on. And I think JMC, as well as the city of Roseville, hand in hand are responsible for this not happening. And because JMC said you had it, you said they had it. We went back and forth. I did get the document that you guys took ownership of it September 22nd of 2022. So, I mean, we just feel kind of like the redheaded stepchild. All the other places have parks. I mean, Rex Fortune, you built a school, completed it in 2023. They laid sod. Brian might like to know that. They laid sod. I watched them last week. I mean, they didn't, this school just got built. And we've been there. I've lived in Roseville 29 years, and I don't think I've ever been more disappointed in the city of Roseville. We call because it has to be mowed. I mean, it gets weeds like this tall. And it's a shame. And I know up the hill, Sagebrook, Meadowview, JMC built those. They're like $200,000 more. Park was in, and I believe that was dedicated to a man that worked for the police. He wasn't a policeman, but it was dedicated by the city of Roseville, and it was built. Nothing was built, but the park was in. And we complied. We've been there for 4 years, and it was 90% complete then. And we called, and we called. It just says, well, we have to do a request for proposal. I mean, I know how this works. I used to work in government. These RFPs are pretty straightforward. But, I mean, the homeowners are very, very disturbed. They're very, you look down there and it's straw. And your family comes over at Christmas, goes, are they ever going to do anything? No, I doubt it. I mean, I don't know why we're being ignored. And then Silver Spruce, I read it, that's a new development coming up, and I think you're spending 1.9. You've already allotted the money for that. So, mine is more of a complaint for the neighborhood, because most of the people there have small children. You don't need a half basketball court or pickleball or, everybody, when you get them online, then they go, oh, yeah, we want this, we want that. No, just some grass, somewhere to go down and have a cup of coffee, visit with your neighbors. But I'm highly, highly disappointed. I mean, I would never move into I lived in my first house 25 years here, raised a family, and then I moved out here to West Roseville. And just, it's very sad. And, it just feels like you've just been neglected. But, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. And then there's over by Pleasant Grove, which isn't far from us, they're putting in some low-income apartments. And we can see them from our place, that's fine. There's $60,000 or whatever you have to live there. That's, not low income. But they send us a survey saying, should they get a fitness center, a pool, or a dog park? Why, add insult to injury, we don't have our park. But everybody else does. And that school, that Rex Fortune, you should have seen the trucks. There were 4, 5 trucks a day laying sod. It wasn't like they watered it down or seeded it like they do most parks. And we don't want bathrooms. People just want to go down there and enjoy it. But it's a literal eyesore.
All right, very well. We thank you for your comments. Is there any, we'll have staff look into all that for you. If there's
Well,
anybody
I'm
else-
sure they'll look,
Yeah.
but I'm sure they won't do a thing. Because we've been
Oh,
on
well,
this for
well,
4
we'll have
years.
We'll have to see about that. You're talking to the commission now. The commission is going to want staff to take a look at it. Obviously, we don't have answers right for you here from the podium, so,
No, sir, I understand that.
yeah.
But there have been phone calls made for, we moved
I
in
understand
Christmas
that.
of
I just want to tell
4
you
years ago.
that the commission is going to direct staff to look into it, okay?
Yeah, or maybe the press would like to hear about it. We could just take it to the news.
Very well. Thank you.
Commissioner, Chair, I'm not sure if staff wanted to.
Finish public comment.
Second one.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Good evening. My name is Margarine Reynoso. I live at 6313 Shimmer Falls Drive, Roseville. Again, to reiterate what my neighbor said, it's interesting to me that you talk about, your employees wanting to be satisfied and happy, and I understand that. I worked in government for LA Superior Court for 34 years. And you talk about pride of ownership. There's no pride of ownership right now in our neighborhood. When you do have to call the police to get the homeless out, when you have to call constantly to get the big open lot mowed so it doesn't catch on fire again. I've attended a couple of meetings where we've been presented drawings. My concern is that when we were told that there was going to be a park, and that's one of the reasons that I bought there, and I moved in on February 7, 2022, again with the understanding that the park would be built in a year, and we had a certain budget allotted. Well, we find out that that budget has not changed. Yet if the delay in building the park, our $100,000, just for the sake of argument, doesn't go nearly as far as it did 3 years ago. So what's going on? We pay a lot of Melrose, and part of that Melrose goes to park development. I know we're just a lowly neighborhood park, but neighborhoods, that's what the foundation of Roseville, small neighborhoods. And we don't get treated fairly. We don't get treated with any respect. This has got to stop. We've gone to these meetings so far, and all we've seen is the same plan that was submitted to us. And I actually sent an email saying, what's the difference? And the response was nothing. This is the one that's gone for approval. We were told that, different things like weather plays a factor, bids play a factor. We've heard nothing, crickets. So what's going on? The other thing that's very unfortunate is every time we want to come to speak at these meetings, they get canceled. I mean, how often do you cancel, these are what, once a month? Once every 2 months? How in the last year, how many have you actually had where you've been here? So everything keeps getting delayed and delayed and delayed, and the community members are being treated poorly. And so what's the remedy for this? Where's our park?
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, very well. Question for staff. In their neighborhood, is the Melrose used for park development, or is it building permit fees?
Melrose is for maintenance.
Maintenance, yes.
Yes, it does not go to park development.
So we're funding that park through building permit fees?
Building permit fees, correct.
All right.
I can go on or answer a few questions I'm sure you have. I believe they're talking about either JM 51 or JM 52. JM 51. and that is a JMC park. Unfortunately, the information that's provided through the development home sales process doesn't quite align with timing of construction, so that's always a challenge for both the residents and staff. The status of it right now, that's actually one of the parks that are up to be named this year, and we have the master plan approved already, and we are working on construction documents as we speak. The plan is to break ground in the spring of '26 and hopefully be complete by winter of '26. So that's a schedule for that right now.
Okay.
How is it that you were able to get Rex
Please step to the podium if you're going to comment.
Sorry. How is it you were able to get Rex Fortune, all that sod
Ma'am,
and everything?
Ma'am, please direct your questions to me.
Well, to you, to her, how are they able to get Rex Fortune, all that sod put out there? The school went up, it was completed 2023, it's been open, and they have all that out there. They want to put in the low-income apartments. They had that leveled and roads are done. I just don't understand. I've only been there 4 years. Most people have been there 10. We were the last phase. So we haven't suffered as much as other people, and I know other people have started petitions and things, but it went nowhere.
Well, once again, we thank you for your comments. And
Okay.
is there anything on the?
And Rex Fortune is a school district site.
A school district,
Yeah, that's not a
joint
city
use
of
park?
Roseville.
Yeah, it's 2 blocks from my house.
Okay, but it's a school, this is totally different government.
And may I just address one thing? When we were told, when we went to this community meeting for the park, we were told that they would break ground hopefully in 2025 and be done by 2026. Now, depending on weather, other constraints, now we're talking in the end of 2026, maybe 2027. What happens to that budget for that park? That's now 5 years.
Well, like I say, you have our park development staff person is giving you a schedule, and I think we'll try and hold her to that schedule. Okay, but we do appreciate your comments, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see what happens, but that's the thing.
Okay.
We're paying a lot of taxes.
Any other comments from the commission? All right, this is not an action item, so we're going to move on to comments from
Board and staff.
Board and Commissioner comments. I had it in my mind.
You're good.
Staff, any comments?
Just very briefly, it's been a busy summer, a lot of programs and events. School starts this week, and so our summer camp season is over, and our Adventure Club staff are ready to go on Thursday when school starts. Speaking of canceled meetings, and I do believe we've canceled 2 this year. We canceled the one in January for the New Year holiday and the one in July for the 4th of July. And we will be canceling September because that one falls on Labor Day. So we won't have a meeting in September. We'll next see you in October. But prior to that, many of our staff will be in Orlando from September 14th through 19th for the National Recreation and Parks Conference. And as you know, at that conference, we'll become officially accredited. We know we're bringing that home with us. And we're bringing home a finalist plaque as being a gold medal finalist again. And we will find out on September 17th who the recipient of the gold medal is this year. So send us your good vibes around 6 a.m. California time on September 17th. That's when the announcement will be. That's all I have.
All right. Any commissioner comments? All right, hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
All in favor? Oh, is there a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, we're adjourned.